happening? This is Duddy from the Dirty Heads, and you're at Popularity.
When you went back to listen to the songs on Cabin by the Sea, did any of them surprise you in either a good or a bad way?
I think overall on the whole album, when I went back and listened back, it felt good as a whole project. As from the first album, I thought each song was kind of different in its own way, and this one as a whole was like all as one, a good project. So that's what surprised me the most of creating this one. But yeah, there's definitely a few songs that after listening back stood out. I have a few. There's a song called "The Skies" that I really like on the album, and we got to do a song with Modest Yahoo, which was pretty cool, which is also one of my favorites on there. It's called "Dance All Night."
How do you feel the album stands out to you personally compared to the last?
I think it's, I like it more than the first one. The first one was fun. It was our first time like really getting into a studio with producers and whatnot. So we kind of did whatever. We just made songs and had a good time, and I really liked that album as well. But each song was just different in its own way, and I feel like this album, we've been touring a lot, we've grown a lot of positions, and we kind of found out who we are. We figured out our sound, and I think that this album really shows that.
I read that you guys always like to keep a positive mindset, but when you can't see the bright side of life, what do you do to help polish the dull side?
I think everybody kind of deals with, their negativity in their life, or just, when they're feeling down in their own way, and everyone's got something they do to release, stress. So, I mean, definitely music helps a lot, and that's probably one of the biggest ways I deal with my stress. It's playing music.
Did you ever feel unsure at all of the direction that you wanted to take this album in?
Oh, we never really sat down, I guess, and said, like, let's do this or let's do that. It's kind of just as we were making the album, it kind of just started to feel this certain way, We were like, hey, this kind of all starting to form into this, album where it kind of takes you to this nice place. So let's make a place. Let's call it Cabin by the Sea, and it's just somewhere where you can, no matter what's going on in your life, you can put the album on and it'll take you to this place, Cabin by the Sea. So it kind of just came organically and naturally.
What challenges did you feel approaching this album?
Challenges from this album, I would say, from our first album, we had, a huge song, Lay Me Down, but it was featuring Rome from Sublime with Rome, and a lot of people, I think, might have been like, oh, well, yeah, that song blew up because of this guy or that guy. And this album, I think it was, our challenge that I felt was we got to prove that we're, our own band as well, and I think that we're going to do it.
What do you love most about music?
What I love most about music? I think that, that it's transparent. No matter who you are or what kind of music you listen to, it touches people in a different way. No matter who you are or what you like, you listen to some sort of music, and I don't know, that's pretty awesome.
Does music just happen?
Sure.
Do you find that with this album it kind of just flowed, or was there any part or any songs that were more difficult?
Yeah, I mean, there's always songs that, there's songs come about different ways. Sometimes someone will bring in an idea and we'll all sit down and work on it together, or someone will have a whole song. And yeah, or you can struggle with a song for a week and you can't finish it, or you just spit out a song in 2 hours and it's awesome. But on this album, I can't really think one that stood out as much as like being like, this one was so hard, this one was trouble. It just came naturally. There was no pressure. So even if it was, like starting to struggle in a song, we'd be like, oh, let's just get back to that one and move on to the next. And it just all came pretty naturally.
What expectations do you have for yourself when you're creating music?
I just hope that we can still be playing music in, 20 years from now. And that's just pretty much what we're doing this for.
Of everyone that you worked on the album with, who taught you the most valuable lesson, and what was it?
I guess I'd say Modest Yahoo, because he came in to our studio to do the song with us, and just his attitude towards music and his, how professional he was, and just amazing to work with. It was pretty inspiring.
At this point, what do you value most about the band?
That we, how much, we spend so much time with each other. It's like more than we spend with our family, and that's, we've become a family, and that's, that I would say that for sure.
Good music is like an onion. It has many layers to it. What do you think of that statement?
I guess, that layers because everyone could, look at it your own way. So, yeah.
What's next?
Touring. But releasing the new album June 19th, and then we will be touring all summer. And, can't wait to get out there.
So many people think that going out on tour is just all fun because you're with your friends and whatnot, but what is it really like?
I mean, yeah, definitely. You have a good time on the road. You get to travel. You get to, see the world and, play music for a living, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But yes, like any job, it has its downsides and it can get tough, and like you're away from your family and your friends for, most of the year. You're gone, and it gets tiring. And the fans that are going out to the show, that's the show they're going to that one day. So they expect you to just be top game every single day, and you have to be for them because you don't want to disappoint your fans. So yes, it can definitely get hard on the road. It becomes a struggle for sure.
Do you feel pressure to live up to the success that you achieved with the last album?
Definitely, that was one of the struggles of this album. Was we hoped that we could prove that we weren't just a one-hit wonder, and it wasn't just because we had, Rome from Sublime on that song. We wanted to prove that we are our own band, and we can, we hope this album.
And any final thoughts, anything that you'd like to say to the Readers of Popularity?
Just, June 19th, Cabin by the Sea, pick it up. Hope you enjoy it. Come out and see us this summer. We'll be touring with Mata Shahu.